co-curriculum activities and sports as well. I have been part of different kind of competitions like a debate discussion, extempore competitions, zero-hour presentations, and all those speaking skill competitions. And as in sports, I have been also been part of UP clusters and played a lot of time and won a lot of medal during my school time. Today, I'm here in front of you with enthusiastic mind to have a great conversation with you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so according to your introduction, you told me you done many extracurricular activities. So can we define which type of extracurricular activities you want to work?
So I've been part of just for example debate and discussions where we had a different kind of current affairs topics, and on that we had a debate. For example, this time we are having a debate about the hijab controversy. So in that case, the student will speak for the statement, and another side of student that will consider as a house, the house one and house two, will speak against each other, and that's the competition start in this way. And as an extemporary competition that I mentioned you, in that competition you will get a you will get a certain topics, and that is suddenly you will not have an idea about all that. All you need to just that you need to speak for a 5 minutes and just explain what you exactly know about that. So that is all there. And as I told you, more than that, I have been part of zero-hour competition, and even I won that. In zero-hour competition, you will get your presentations of anything. Like last time, I was having to awareness about the online scammings and all that done. So I was there and representing my presentation. The first went for introduction, how it is taking place, how people are becoming a victim of that, what we can do to help those people to come out of all these issues. So that is all it was.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's move to the next question. Yeah. So what is the score value of Christ University?
So I honestly, I'm speaking that I have no idea, but what I know is that I have to score very well. So I went with such mind that I will try my best, and all I know is that what I studied, I'll use my all my mind there. So more than that, I never think about result and what score I can get.
Okay. Okay, let's move to the next question. So don't worry. Okay, so why should we select this course?
So basically, I am from humanities stream. We are often advised to go for either civil services examination, journalism, and law field. When I was in class 10 standard, I was being advised by my counselor to go any one of them. As a for a 2 or 4 days, I was in like in confusion state. But I thought, why I'm going for such stream is let me ask question to me. So in that situation, I asked such questions to me, and at the end, I found myself that I'm okay with the, lawyer. I'm very good in speaking, and I'm ready to face the problem. I'm ready to prove myself. So that's all the quality is required as a lawyer. So if I'm good in all that, so I should be go for such profession. So that is why at the end I choose to go for this. And the most important, even I would like to mention, is that as far my knowledge, there is nobody else in my family who have ever went to for such lawyer. And as a female, even you are considered to not to go for such profession because they advise you that it is little kind of adventurous for you. You need to live a shelter life. You need to be a woman that is being protected and protect the society as well. You need to be a very calmly in the society. But
Yeah,
right now, I'm personally thinking why I should listen to the people.
I get
That
it.
profession is
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
That profession is something that's making me feel yeah,
Okay.
opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Uh, so that's great. Okay, let's move to the next question. So tell me five favorite thing about the Christ University, and very shortly.
Okay, the first is of course the placement that's outstanding, and honestly speaking, that the budget because I come from the middle class family, and all I need to take care of my budgets as well because I have a siblings as well. So my father income should be spent in the such a way that we equally divide all that. And the last that I am very I was excited for NLU, but after knowing that the Christ University has a diverse courses, so that's something that made me feel okay. We will have a friend from other profession as well. Suppose if I'm going to NLU, I will not have a friends from other profession, but if I'm going to the Christ University, I will access to my friends of BBA, engineering, mass communications. As a lawyer, like people advise you to go for good communication with the people, make friends with other background that is considered to be make you wide area for your professions. Right. So that would be advantage for me if I visit there.
Okay. So where did you see yourself in so next 10 years?
Definitely, I will be there in Supreme Court as a practicing lawyer, or maybe as a corporate lawyer, or if not that, then definitely I will be somebody else who would be using the proper time and would be there to utilizing her time. And definitely, I can say you, I will not waste my time at all because I will be studying from university like Christ. So that is, of
Okay.
course, the quality of education will be there.
Okay. Okay. It's too good. Too good. So next. So let's move to the next question.
I think my strength is my speaking skill. And the next is I believe that I am very extrovert. I never shy at all to talk to anybody else. Right now you can see me that you
Yes.
first
Yes.
time
Yes.
you met to me, but I'm having a great conversation. I don't know who are you, you don't know who am I, but I'm sharing my all ideas. So that's something that's very well that I can communicate with the people properly without any hesitation. And if you're asking about weakness, I don't think there is anything weakness there. If there will be anything, I'll try to make it purify.
Okay. Okay. Tell me about something. Indian Constitution.
Okay, basically, the Indian Constitution is considered to be one world largest constitution. Like this is something you have a use concept of fundamental rights, use concepts of descriptions about your constitution articles, and like it was made it not just in a 1 or 2 days. It took almost a 2.5 years, and then after all that there was a discussion debate for that this should be implemented, how it will be working. Even we took help of other countries constitution, how it is working, and if it is working well to their country, we will learn from their experience. Sometimes even it is considered to be we copied out, but that's not at all, because we choose the best amongst all that. So I think the Indian constitution is not just the leniest constitution, but it is something that help you to you help you to not let it be to be broken by somebody. It is a like a neither rigid not so flexible at all.
Okay, so that's great. Okay, let's move to the next question. So tell me about some articles. It means so I'll give you some examples. Article 45. No, Article 35.
Article 35.
Yeah.
So sorry, sir, I have no idea about all those articles, but I can tell you about one of famous article, which is
Yes.
Article
Yes.
42.
Yes.
So basically, sorry, sir, that's Article 354. I was wrong, so sorry, sir, for that.
350. Okay.
So
Okay.
yes, sir. Basically, it's about the emergencies. Last year, we studied in our political science chapter that when the country is under threat, like external forces being applied, or like internal aggression is so used that your country's sovereignty can be broken down. So in that case, president, on the advice of prime minister, can impose an emergency to the country. And all I know is that it took almost 2 or 3 times at the time of 1962 when the India China war took place. At that time, the I think don't yeah, Shastri ji was the prime minister, and it was being imposed because of emergencies and external emergency situations. And the next time it was during Indira Gandhi, which was even considered illegally used. That is all I know about all these articles, how it is working and like how it took place. And after that, there was no any incident that was expected to push and impose articles of 354 emergency. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's move to the micro presentation round. Okay. I will give you us one topic. Okay. Yes. The topic is so budget 2022. Okay. Your time
So
start now.
shall I move, sir? Okay,
Yeah.
so basically this year we will have budgets more imposed over the infrastructural developments, because most of the people think that this time our government wants our country to be developed in a such a way that the infrastructure in the railways, in a equipments, and in all those facilities of hospital and education should increase in a such a way that next time if any foreigner comes to our countries, or like any to for a tour and travelisms, people come to our country, they experience a new India. So right now we are little shift from those little things of poverty towards a new innovation of India. But I personally feel it's a great idea because during the infrastructural developments, you will focus on the employment as well. A lot of workers will be employed along with that. And second, the tourism will be uplifted in so high way. And third, that India is often considered a place of shit, unclean area. So when outsiders coming to India, they will have a great impact over the impression over our country that yes, this time we are having a great, good railway systems, good metros, good, hospital and all that. That makes India, little difference from earlier ones. And sometimes it even being criticized. The disadvantage is that this time they did nothing for middle class family. Moreover, they imposed taxes over them for just to increase their infrastructural developments. But I think we need to balance over both the thing. It's required. If you want to uplift something, this time little the middle class should adjust themselves to this. Next time there will be a thing that will help to fund them. So that's all.
Okay, that's great. Something about the hijab pratha.
Yeah, basically the hijab was once introduced when the Mughal came to India. Earlier, it was considered to be hiding the face of the women in order to protect the women because a lot of time the man was like being I should say or not being lust towards the women's, and that is why like for those all it was better to hide the face of the women's and like let them be safe, and all that concept was introduced during a Mughal time. But right now it is being very controversial because of like it helps do it is somewhat related to the religious, right? So if a man is going with a dhagas and all, and if the women is going with wearing a hijab, so that will be considered religious practice in school. In a school, properly, I personally feel that you should wear a uniform which is completely like equal to each other. I never wore any kind of lockets related to Krishnas or like any religious. I should be very secular when I'm sitting in my classrooms. My partner should have a what culture, what class, to what religion he belongs or she belongs. For me, it doesn't matter. So there should be a uniform code. But at the same time, people think that it's secular country. You don't need to suppress these minority sections and all that. So there are a lot of opinion about that. So.
Okay, so tell me something about Russia and Ukraine war.
So basically, Russia and Ukraine is conflict is because of NATO, which is I basically it is rooted. NATO wants to expand its it's a country so that it can indulge inside it a lot number of countries, and basically I personally feel America is kind of country who is biggest enemy of Russia. So he wants that Ukraine should be. He wanted right now it's a war is going on. So he wanted the Ukraine should be part of NATO, so that the NATO has a one rule that if there is an attack on any country, the whole member of NATO will be attacking on that country who attacked over that certain country or the member country of that NATO. So that all was concept. The Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, he wanted to amend a new rule for their constitutions of Ukraine, and that is all was something that you know aggressively respond that he got from Vladimir Putin, who is a present president of Russia. And that's all it was to take place. So I would say it was not a world war, but it was a fight between the two nations because of two ideology. Because I don't need to explain, it will take a long time. USSR, the concept of 1991, they got independence, so they were from the same rooted area, but now they are want themselves to be expanding. So that was all the reason.
Okay, yeah. In this point of time, our mock session is ended. Okay, let me also give you some feedback. I think your interview is going very awesome, and so all the best for you. CUAT and it's a real interview. Okay.